And we're back with Forum Daily's crypto and digital asset update. We're joined by Bobby Del Rio, the host of the Daily Drop.
So let's start today's crypto hit here in Canada with perhaps the biggest news in Canadian crypto history, which is a bold statement. I mean, Canada is actually the birthplace of Ethereum. So Canada has a pretty long history of crypto developments, and this is no stranger because now we may see one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, which is essentially a combination of three of Canada's largest crypto exchanges. So we've got CoinSquare, CoinSmart, and WonderFi, which has Kevin O'Leary as a strategic investor, which itself is actually a combination of several other large crypto exchanges in Canada. So you essentially have this mega exchange being proposed where you pretty much have maybe the three biggest crypto companies in Canada all combining, which is very significant because that means that they could have a real impact internationally. And Canada is an underrated regulatory jurisdiction, which is very interesting because if you think about the United States, they're fighting furiously whether or not they should even have regulations, where Canada has had regulations for quite a while, and this merger really could position Canada to be a world leader while everybody else is fighting, which is pretty extraordinary. Speaking of world leaders, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, are starting to become a more popular topic in the zeitgeist. So CBDCs are essentially like an update to the technology that prints the money. So I actually did a show on this very recently on the Daily Drop. But essentially, governments are looking to innovate the ways that they print money, and CBDCs is their posited solution. And you're starting to see this more and more from all of the different countries, which means it reliably appears CBDCs are going to be a larger part of the financial conversation moving forward. So just start paying attention because you're going to see every couple of days this sort of niche concept is becoming less and less niche. Speaking of niche, Yuga Labs has a new CEO, Daniel Allegra, who has an extensive background in gaming. And it appears that that is the niche that Yuga Labs wants to pivot through in order to dominate Web3. Now, Yuga Labs created the Bored Apes Yacht Club, which is the most famous NFT project. They also acquired some of the other large NFT projects. And they've got their own metaverse called The Other Side. But it's been a bit unclear where Yuga Labs was going to pivot. So now they have a new CEO with a gaming background, and it appears that gaming and the metaverse is a big part of what they're going to do moving forward. With that said, plots of land in their metaverse have declined over 80% in the last 12 months. Even the Bored Apes Yacht Club, the very famous NFT project, those have lost over 80% of their value. So they're definitely in need of a brand pivot, but with an experienced CEO, especially in the gaming side of Web3, it's pretty clear what their strategy is. Speaking of strategies, we're starting to see venture capitalists starting to hedge back over to crypto. So basically, VCs have been really focused on artificial intelligence. That's been where the bulk of the investment has been in 2023, but you're now starting to hear whispers of new crypto projects, blockchain project, Web3 projects starting to get Series B funding raises, a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. All of a sudden, you're starting to see crypto winter starting to thaw. And that's most evidenced by the fact that money is coming into the space again. It's slow, but it wasn't happening really in the last few months. So the fact that you're starting to see more announcements pretty much every day bodes well. With that said, it's an uncertain economy, but crypto is starting to look up. I'm Bobby Del Rio, and that's your crypto update.